just wanted to come on and tell my beautiful online family that life after divorce, it goes on. And I'm here to share my experience and what keeps me going on a day-to-day basis, my inspiration, and just what I've learned so far with where I am in this process. But one thing I can say, and that I'm going to always say, is that we got to stay encouraged and we got to know that life does go on. So each day that we wake up, our life has a purpose, it has a meaning, and it's up for us to be intentional about going out and fulfilling that meaning and that purpose that we have. And for me, y'all know that I am a mom of three. So everything that I do on a daily basis, I'm doing it in consideration of my mothering priority. You know, myself as an individual, because self-awareness and identity is so important as well. It's so easy to lose your self-identity when you assume your mom had, when you assume your job title. You can be consumed with so many titles that we wear on a day-to-day basis that I would say is almost overstimulation sometimes along this journey of motherhood. We may have a phone ringing, we may have emails, we have homework, we have house duties and chores, and we still can't forget about pouring into ourselves as well. So y'all know that I'm huge and a huge advocate of mom maintenance. And I always title that as content where I'm doing anything to pour into myself. Because along the journey of motherhood and just life in general, it's so easy to start to prioritize yourself further and further down your priority list. But me, I always start my day with intention and mindset to say, you know what, today, Tan, make sure you give thanks. Make sure you pour into yourself in some way. Make sure that you cover all the basic things with the children that is an absolute non-negotiable on a day-to-day basis. So that's our bath time, that's our reading, our homework. And then everything else, y'all, be okay with moving it to another day. Be okay with, doing what you can. And I feel that motherhood, like I said, what doesn't bend, it breaks. You have to be flexible along this journey of just life in general. From day to day, we encounter so many different personalities, so many different situations. We have to, in nursing, we say critical thinking real time. So you have to know how to take a deep breath, take everything in. You have to know how to actually step away too. And motherhood is very important to set those defined lines and boundaries. It's what keeps us sane. It's what keeps us going, because we have to know how to say when. And I'm big on that too. I love bedtime, y'all. Bedtime, after bedtime and lights are out, everything's clean and closed. I feel like I'm just a single woman again, okay? I have the house to myself, everything's quiet. And that's why I normally kind of pour into the personal things that make Tan Tan. So it's important to make sure that y'all are carving out the times to figure out who you are, what makes you happy, what makes you laugh. Where do you see yourself in the next 3 years, the next 5 years? What goals do you have for your children? And I know that can seem overwhelming when you start to think about all the questions that we have to answer and all the life decisions we have to make. But y'all know I love me a Big Mac, and I'm going to be doing better. But I always say, how do you eat it? One bite at a time. Life can seem overwhelming, especially when you're a mom of multiple children. And for anyone that's watching that's not a mom, life still be lifing. And that I understand and I remember very well. Because there's still decisions that we have to make on a daily basis. And there's things that are unexpected that happen on a daily basis. But we kind of got to know how to roll with the punches. And that is like so my outlook on life day to day. It's like I roll with the punches. I'm a planner and I definitely am a woman of routine, but I'm a woman that live in reality. And the reality is not everything is going to get done every single day and to a T and perfectly in its place. I'm going to make the effort and intention to make sure that my children are making an effort and intention. But I am not going to beat myself down about some laundry that didn't get folded. Certain things can wait till tomorrow. Don't overload your plate worrying about things that can wait. Don't overload your plate with people that honestly may not even be deserving of your space and your energy. So we have to really know how to decipher what's for our good, what's wasting our time. And y'all, she's a runner, she's a track star. When I say that, I mean Tan will get gone. A situation that doesn't serve me, I have no problem gracefully bowing out and exiting stage left and whatever it is. I have no time to waste. And then I always think about my children. This is what keeps my decision making very logical for my reality. So if you know you don't have a huge support system, would you, let's say, on a worst case scenario, would you be drinking and driving? One, you can hurt someone, hurt yourself. But if you in any way are arrested or something happens to you, what really happens to your children? And I do say this for moms that know that they don't have a support system that's large in a village of people that's helping. The decisions that we're making, somebody calling for the tea, y'all. So the decisions that we're making it has to align with keeping us in the best position to be available for our children, the people that need us. And we need ourselves. I always say you first because without you, there is no snack boxes being made, right? There is no one to pour into our children like the way we pour into our children. Y'all, I get so excited and passionate when it comes to the mothering journey, the importance of it, and the fact that our shoes can never be filled. No one will ever love your children the way you love them. And with that being said, I want to be living as long as I can. And that motivates my mom morning routine. That motivates me as a mom that's over 30 to stick with a routine that's going to pour into me mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I want to be the best version of myself. And y'all, let me look through some of these comments. I love y'all so much. And I be in the comments and I be watching. And if y'all have any questions too, 33 people watching. Give me 33 likes, y'all. Send me some good energy to let me know that this is the way that we're needing to for our community. Because I told you it's a family. This is a sisterhood. This is I'm auntie if I'm older than you and you're just looking for a source of motivation and inspiration. Because one thing I can say is that each one have to teach one. Your mistakes doesn't have to be someone next to you mistake if you can share with transparency if you're ready. But I've always been the type that see a lesson in every life lesson. And I always say I don't take L's. Tan don't take the losses. I take lessons. And that's just a different in mindset and wording. But do you see how much of an impact the difference makes though when you're saying it? Man, I took a loss. I took a loss in that relationship. Or you say that relationship was a lesson and I will never again do this, that. I learned this from that. And then too, you made it through it. Because not every obstacle that comes in your life is meant to totally deter you. It's meant to teach you something. And sometimes it builds your character for the next step of your life too. So I always say, don't be down on yourself. Give yourself grace, y'all. We are human. We're learning in real time. We're making, look, I don't even want to say mistakes. We're living. Remember I said we're making decisions at a very young age. There are scholarships and everything. What career are you doing for the rest of your life? And you're 17 years old and you have to fill out your college applications and say, I'm going to be a occupational therapist. And then we're almost, I don't want to say guessing. It's almost like that childhood. What do you want to be when you grow up? So moms, don't forget to ask your children that either. Make sure we're getting them to dream and not just about tomorrow, but what do you want your life to look like? And I do that with my children, honestly, almost on a daily basis. I am a mom that love for them to be able to critically think, rationalize, and then dream. Dreams are motivating factors in life. Let me tell you. I always said I wanted to be a nurse. I said, Mom, when I grow up, what do you want to be? I'm like, I want to help people. I love helping people. I love science. I love blood, guts, and all the stuff that make people cringe. I loved it. But that was me as a little girl saying it. And really, I went through school, and because I want to be a nurse, you have to make good grades. They have to be competitive. I ain't going to say good grades. You have to be competitive in nursing. And that's the way you weed out the ones that don't need to be there. It's not that you have to learn. And this is something I always tell my children too. Leah, she's always, Mom, each year the grade is going up. Is the work going to be harder? And I always say, Leah, don't look at it like that, right? School, the purpose of school is to teach you the lesson, not for you to come in knowing. And I had to remind myself that in nursing school because, of course, I was a ball of nerves because you just want to be competitive. You want to stay in the program. Everything in life, y'all, anything worth having is worth the challenge. It's worth the opportunity for growth. But don't look at things from a negative standpoint. Look at it as an opportunity for growth. And know that give yourself grace. Grace is so important, y'all. When I say I've always been gentle to myself, I've never been a person to speak negative about myself ever. And then you get people that say, oh, well, that person's conceited because they love themselves. Listen, how the level in which you love on yourself is your level and your standard. For me, I say you can never love yourself too much. Moms, can you ever love your kids too much? I'm telling you, I give my kids back rubs. I stretch with my kids. I make their plates. But that's just the way I love as a mother. So everybody's journey is different. So never compare your journey and your life as a mother, as a woman to someone else's. The path you have to walk to get to that same point may not be the same path that they took. You may have to go up the mountain, through the cut, down, over the water, and then you're there. Someone else may went straight through the path, the yellow brick road right there. So never compare. Everything, every detail of the journey is different. But the decisions, the base of the decisions that we have to make sure that it's conducive or it aligns with the woman you are, the woman that you're always developing to become. Because at no point do we stop developing. Remember, everything that has life, it grows, it changes, it's different each season. We're the same way. We're human. We're not perfect. We're not AI. Even though we're at the dawn of the AI takeover, we're not a machine. We're human. We make mistakes. You know, we're all different. Nobody can be compared to each other. And that's why when it's beauty, when we talk about beauty, I always say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Because something that I like, the person next to me may not like it. You know, we look at it different just depending on. And that's back to beauty as it relates to being a woman. There is no standard of beauty just because you're a woman. I say everyone looks different. She may be tall, the other one may be short, you know, weight differences. Everything is different. And that's the beauty of being a woman. Everything is different. But I always say confidence is what we have in common. We have it in common because that to me is more of a way to measure a woman's confidence where she is. Your beauty is an example of your confidence in yourself. You know, you ever seen a woman like, man, she look good. She's so shy. She's so not comfortable in her own skin. Then you have somebody, you like, well, how in the world they walk out and they just as confident and happy as can be? Because within their world, within their bubble, they're confident in it. They don't care what anyone thinks. And I can always say that too. I always want to step a foot forward, my best foot forward. But that's because of me. I want to be viewed as a woman that's respected, respect herself, and demands respect. But that's just me. So walk your own journey. Do what makes you comfortable at your level of comfort. And I always say that. So everything is individual. You living in your own bubble, your own world. You're creating your own reality. What you choose to let in, the people, the energy, your routine, not sticking to it or sticking to it. It's all decisions that's based on you. You have way more control over your life than a lot of times we think we do. The power of the mind, y'all. And this is why I always push positive thinking, find your encouragement. Well, our diet is not just what we consume by eating and drinking, right? What we listen to, what we're watching on social media, the music, all the things that we consume have a influence on our subconscious. So, oh, that's what beauty is. That's what this is. Oh, I'm sad. If you're sad, don't go listening to some sad music. Go find some motivation. Get to moving. Get something to get you up and going. I talked about that on the live before. One morning, it was on a weekend after a long week with the children and practice and everything. I was tired. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to lay in bed. My energy was down. I was just like, I'm overwhelmed in work. I got stuff I need to do. But the moment I said, you know what, let me go take a hot shower, do my skincare routine, that led me to doing a little makeup. That led to me actually styling my hair. That led to me actually creating content. That led me to actually getting out of the house. And I went to a couple stops and errands. So just making those small steps, even in the morning, towards just step one. Step one may lead to step two. You just got to actually get to going, actually the doing, and find your motivation. And we need it. Sometimes we need those pick-me-ups. So I'm a music woman. Y'all know I love to create music. I love to listen to it. I'm loving music as an outlet too because I use it as a catalyst. Y'all know the music that you listen to and it evokes an emotion in you, whether it is tears of joy or I feel like I can do it. It motivates you. Listen to things that motivate you. Watch things that motivate you to be the best version of yourself, or at least start on that journey. You know, it's so important to be intentional. I'm an intentional woman, and that's something I can say with pride. I don't just do things, oh, I just did. I don't know why I did just because. I always have to kind of make a decision. It's okay not to make a decision right away, too. Be okay with taking your time. Now, I'm a woman that's going to take my time. What I mean by that, I'm not, and y'all know if you follow me, which y'all should, I'm not a late woman where I'm saying I'm going to take my time and I'm late on doing things. No, no, no. But things that require thought, I'm okay with taking the time to really put a little thought into it so that my decision is intentional, so that I can get the outcome that I'm desiring. Just be a little intentional, y'all. Greetings from Germany. Look at y'all. Favorite YouTube mom. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate it. And when I say I love y'all, this is a family. I tell you, my channel is your channel, it's our channel, it's our way forward. It's our outlet in our community where we're going to start changing the narrative, pushing our mom motivation, our positivity, and just everything that we're capable of, believing in ourselves, positive self-talk. And then y'all, big news, big news. I'm also offering coaching, one-on-one private coaching just on the way forward. I always talk about, I can remember, and I'm going to share this story really quick with you. 2 points in my life where I had to make like critical decisions. And because I had a guide, someone to help, someone just to motivate me, it kept me going where I was actually able to achieve what I wanted to achieve. And I'll give the story really quick. But I remember taking all my prerequisites, you know, ready to apply to nursing program. And I remember kind of feeling discouraged at one point, like, oh my gosh, I'm a mom. You know, I may need to transfer to a different school and go for maybe LVN, a licensed vocational nurse. And it's not that it's anything less, it was just a shorter program. So I can get out through school and out. I had children and I needed to finish quick. And I had a good friend of mine. Her name was Christina. And we used to actually work together. I used to work as a bank teller as well. And we were working there together leading up into getting into nursing school in the program. And I remember kind of seeing her on campus, and then she's like, oh, Tan, you know, how you doing? You know, kind of catching up on life after working at the bank together. And I just told her, I said, you know what, Christina, I think I'm going to change the program and look for a licensed vocational program. She looked at me, she said, Tan, you're not going to change your major. You're going to go for exactly what you want. And by the way, here's a school that I'm looking at. And she shared the information. You know, we said our goodbyes. And I remember being in the car of the school that we were attending. And I instantly pulled up her recommended school for me to check out. And I look at it, and y'all, the next day I was there like doing registration. Because remember I told y'all, once I make my mind up on something, I do it. You can have all the tools to get the job done, but if you lack the doing, it is not going to get done. You have to have the do spirit in you to get up and go for it. But she said, Tan, no, go for what you want. She could have been like, oh, I got this school I'm doing. Oh, okay, that's what you're doing. Or, okay, well, do that then. She was like, no, go for what you want because you have all the tools to get it done. Don't doubt yourself. Don't get in your own way. So I was about to talk myself out of going the registered nursing route to do LVN because I wanted to do quicker, remember? So it's not that I'm discrediting one nurse from another. Y'all, it is a calling in the medical field. So that's just the disclaimer on that. But I wanted to fast. You know, that's what I was looking for. And then I just started being like, oh, I got the kids. You know, am I going to be able to study? Am I going to be, you know, there I go, talking myself out of my destiny. But she was like, you're not doing that. So I'm here to tell y'all, you're not talking yourself out. You're not getting in your own way. Tan is going to be here to tell you to go for it, to do it. Keep going. Set the tone. And what I say? Control the narrative. Because we can. Sometimes all you need is that person to say, do it. You can do it. Don't give up. So every message that come through in any of my content, my lives, which I'll be doing daily, y'all, and as much as y'all show up, I'm going to keep showing up. You know, there's a way forward. We just got to be able to walk it together, be able to say it, be encouraging. believe, motivated, be intentional. But y'all, I don't want to be on the live too long. Y'all, make sure y'all show me some love. Give me some thumbs up. Just show me that this is the way forward for us and our community. And I appreciate each and every one of you for being a part of my internet family. And y'all, we're just starting. And I'll make sure I link I'll make sure I post the link to the one-on-one sessions. Content creating moms, we got to get to the bag. We got to have our own identity. We got to have our own income. So if content creating is something that you're wanting to start, have already started, and maybe you need a little bit of guidance and consultation, y'all, that's what we're here for, and that's what we're doing, the way forward. Let me look through the comments really quick. Hey, y'all. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I really be reading the comments. I be in here with y'all wanting to respond to each and every one of you, because I want y'all to know that I love you and that we're going to walk this journey together. But y'all, that's Life with Tan, and this Real Talk with Tan, and we're going to have a lot more of these. But bye, y'all.